The other day I was watching Napoli versus Inter Milan in the Super Cup, and the moment I saw how Napoli was operating their midfield, my stomach started to turn immediately because I know for a fact that Xavi will be overthinking this game. And I'm quite nervous, guys. I don't see how we're going to get past Napoli because they're quite organized. And of course, we're going to look at that midfield tactic that they have in this video specifically. But as always, guys, please do subscribe to the channel. That's going to help us a lot to get the family to grow. Thank you for your comments and your undying support. But let's get right into the video. So I'm using random numbers for the Napoli team, so don't burn your house down because of those numbers. I haven't really seen teams praise Napoli particularly high in Serie A, so they rarely ever have to like split their center backs. But for the most part, they come through the build-up phase really unfazed, right? And of course, they have a single pivot. So most of the time, teams tend to circle around the pivot right there, all right, when they're pressing, like Inter did in that case. But for the most part, this is a very dynamic pivot, and I'm really scared, right? I'm really, I'm not saying scared in the sense I'm nervous about this. So I think the best way we would probably have to defend in a 4-2-3-1 against this team. So I'm gonna have one Gundogan to sit on that pivot and have Lamine and Pedri really close, right? Because they will be circulating the ball. And doing a high press against this team is not really going to work for Barcelona, especially because we have Robert Lewandowski. So this pivot, we're going to have to watch out for this guy because he's very insanely dynamic. So Napoli typically has two shapes in possession, right? The number one shape, of course, is when this superstar left winger, Kvaratskhelia, or what is his name, becomes basically like a number 10 along with the normal free eights, where the left back goes forward to keep the width, right? Then Napoli has like a back three, and it's a 3-1-3-3 situation. This is crazy to me because having three free eights that's moving around, you guys remember the Ferran Torres position I was suggesting? Napoli has three guys doing that, searching for the ball in behind the midfield. Then you have this nice and dynamic pivot that's linking up between the center backs and also these three free eights, while at the same time they keep width. What this is doing, they are isolating these players, and Barcelona would have to know what they're doing. We should know what we're doing. So I would imagine Xavi having a quite rather compact shape against this, to block all the passing lanes and focus on this pivot, allowing these guys to have like free rolls and possession. So I would imagine Xavi blocking down the middle. Maybe we're gonna see a 4-4-2 situation going on. But like I said, we are going to we should know, we should be on top of our game against this Napoli team. Napoli's coach is also like Xavi, changing things constantly, so it's breaking the rhythm of that team. But like I said, they have three free eights that's operating in the middle. If we let them through here, we're gonna be in major trouble because this Napoli team, and also the center backs, they can pull guys out of position, right? Don't forget that. And then that totally free up these guys in these positions. So it's going to be interesting to see. And guys, I'm not optimistic about this game because I'm sure Xavi is also doing his research, but I really don't know what Xavi is going to do, and I think he's going to overthink this, and we probably will lose the game against Napoli. The other shape Napoli typically has is this diamond in midfield, where that superstar player, I call him superstar player. If he's not, don't worry about it. As a only like operating player right there. For us to be able to defend this properly, I don't think we would be able to press in a front three because then we're gonna be up short in the midfield. So I think Xavi would have to sit back, keep compact, maybe in a 4-5-1 situation, with Frankie de Jong and the pivot over there, 4-5-1 like this, to be able to defend it properly, right? So yeah, this is crazy to me. We up for a fight, guys. But I want to see how Barcelona's box shape matches up against this, because that diamond already has the players like in between the lines. So it's going to be really interesting to see how Xavi will get this to work, because I mean, is Xavi going to also have to go to a box, maybe go man to man, or is he going to force Napoli to go to get to the box situation, right? So it's really interesting, guys. Very interesting. How are we going to defend this? How are we going to play against this? But do let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think, how Xavi should go to work to try and extrapolate Napoli in the situation, because them having a diamond is really, really interesting, for us to play against. And we don't have any wingers at the moment. So probably going to see Pedri on the left wing coming in, Cancelo maybe keeping the width there, and Lewandowski, maybe we're going to see the box midfield. Definitely, I think Xavi is going to go safer with this, because pushing up Gundogan is actually very, very, how can I say now, beneficial for us. And we're probably going to see Napoli defending in a front two, also maybe altering their situation. So guys, what's going to happen? I don't know. Very interesting to see, very interesting to anticipate this game. But let me know, what do you think in the comment section. Like right here, you can see Napoli's diamond, of course, and I want you to look at that pivot right there. He's organizing and orchestrating everything. You have the back three, and look at how forward that center back is actually trying to go. They have triangles on both sides, actually, which is crazy to me. And the guys that are on the tips of this diamond actually can go forward and draw players out of position, which can work absolutely well for that 10 to then go into the half space, right? So the fact that they don't really have players in the half spaces means that they can actually be taken out of position, right? And of course, Napoli have amazing width as well, which is another problem for Barcelona within itself, because we've not been defending really good. So imagine yourself this Napoli team actually stretching Barcelona. And overall, just look how good these guys are stationed all over the pitch. Each zone of the pitch really have a great positioning. Although they lost this game, but this is really great organization from Napoli. So our boy Xavi really has his work cut out for him against his midfield. And Xavi is kind of like Pep Guardiola, where they overthink everything, guys, right? So it's really nerve-wracking for me to think about this. And I know Napoli is not really doing extraordinarily well like a Manchester City, of course, but you know how teams are when they face Barcelona. They kick into an extra gear. They want to beat us. They want to do everything against us. They're going to capitalize on this opportunity, because they know Xavi is leaving. We are very uncertain at the moment. So yeah, a lot of things to think about for Xavi, and this midfield is driving me crazy at the moment, because this is the first time I've really felt like this. But as always, guys, please let me know, what do you think about everything. Let me know your comments down below in the comment section. As always, subscribe to the channel. It's going to help us a lot to get the family to grow. But yeah, maybe Barcelona will go to the quarterfinals, and then we will beat and end the season well. Thank you.